everyone.
Good evening. Howdy.
I have the time is 6:31, so I'll call the work session of the mayor and council for the city of Snellville, Georgia, Monday, October 28th, 2024 to order. We do have a quorum, everyone's present, so we'll go through the regular business meeting first. The invocation will be given by Alicia Brown with Park Place Church. Anyone want to do the pledge?
Chuck,
Oh, yeah. Can we let Chuck do it for his last?
Thank you. Wait, repeat after me. I.
Then we'll have the approval of the minutes. Is Abdul going to be here?
I believe so.
Then we'll have the approval of the agenda. Under new business, we have the second reading for the speed zone ordinance. So we'll just need a motion for that. Then we have the bid for North Road and Wisteria Drive. Anybody have any questions on that one?
Got enough bids.
Yep. A little bit less than what Larry had budgeted.
Yes. When you look at right-of-way acquisition and having to put in a sewer line, we're not coming out great, you know, as far as there's no other way to do the project, you know, it's just the way it is. I'm just glad that we were told before we started construction that there's a septic tank there. That would have been a serious problem for us.
And then we have item C, the resolution for the abandonment of Pine Street right away. Does anybody have any questions on that? Yes. Who wants to explain?
Okay. When we approved the zoning of the land behind the Baptist church for the apartments, some of those lots include a section of Pine Street that some of it wasn't even actually paved, that we had right of way for. So we're abandoning up to the end of McCracken property. So they will still have a street up to the end of their property, but the rest of it is going away because we have no use for it, and the neighborhood did not want a rear entrance to be developed.
Got it.
So it's less than a quarter acre. So we just abandon that and the property reverts back to the property owner on that side, which would be the church.
And since it's right away, the first part of that is actually the front end of the lots too. So if you tried to sell it, you'd probably get knocked down to 2 acres. It's not going to be enough to 22.
Okay?
Yes.
Does that explain it? All right, and then we'll be on to council reports. Correspondence. Did all of you get this letter from Happy Pickens?
Yes.
I didn't look, so I don't
It's in your
know.
mailbox.
Yay!
So if you make a church of mailbox.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let the attorney of record here, Mr. Lano, know that it's incorrect.
What, that they're gonna,
Well,
Gwinnett County?
Yeah, that the project's been submitted to Gwinnett County
Yeah, so that's the
government.
first thing I know.
One form
Yeah,
letters go
when
back
it-
one, two.
When there's the city of Snellville.
It's a long volume of this.
There is, I've been on the back end of those.
Mr.
They
Lamb.
feel good.
Yeah,
So I was just going to let him know that that's,
yeah.
you know, you might need to clarify that at
That's
the
in
meeting
Gwinnett
they're
County.
having on Wednesday.
I'm sure they'll let them know.
Just creates confusion. Any other correspondence?
Okay.
City attorney's report?
Big thing we got done, Jay got done with the appeal for our appeal. We filed it a day early. So our appeal is on its way. Well, it's not, but it's there. It's, we're waiting, they have 20 days to respond to our appeal, and then the
the court has 6 months to make a decision on it from there. Up to, I mean, they have a hard stop at 6 months, so they could do it quicker. We've both asked for oral argument as well. So that'll be Jay or Tony, it won't be me doing the oral argument. So, but I'll stream it in and watch it online when they do that, to see them doing battle with my friend Matt Reeves. So actually, they're going to let his associate do the argument, looks like, because it's really part of the argument. That was part of their basis, was because it would help a younger lawyer learn advocacy by getting to argue in front of the Court of Appeals. So we had lots of little things that have been going on, but that's the main thing to report today.
All right, so under discussion items, we just have the update of ongoing projects.
Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. So as you just refer to your project update list here, the first project is the Town Center construction progress. So the DDA has approved the plans for the Cricket Can build out. I believe Cricket Can is in the middle of just dotting the I's and crossing the T's on the contract with a company called Dooley Mac to do their build out, and the low bidder there, and they've done a lot of restaurant work in the past, and are a very reputable firm. So there was a little bit of a hiccup with some permitting with Gwinnett County that they've had to work through there. Once they get that worked out, and our guys will take a run at it. And, I know cameras on me, but we'll be more expeditious than the county on getting our approval done, so we can go ahead and get them up and running. The restaurants as well are in permitting right now, I think, with the county. So, the thing is, once Casto is completed building the exterior and the shell, they turn it over to the actual restaurant group to do their permitting and all of that. So they don't have a lot of contact with those folks. I mean, they're kind of, it's all incumbent upon the restaurant company to take care of that themselves. So they have a date certain that they've got to start paying rent. And that's the motivation for them to get in there and get it out so they can start making money to pay the rent. So I don't have a timeline for you yet, on when those will be open, but I'll see if I can find out so we have an idea, there. We had our trick-or-treat event on Friday. It was very well attended. We had about 150 people that participated. Brian and Mercy did an excellent job on getting the word out and getting organized, and I saw a lot of great costumes, out there. The Tomlin, Thrive, Marble Slab, Great American Cookie, and the Nail Bar and ourselves were kind of the stops for folks. And Marble Slab was actually giving away free scoops of ice cream to kids and cookies. So they were, in addition to candy, so they were really jacked up.
Just put it in the bag.
I have to say my kids were very happy. Would not share anything with Dad. Even though Dad was in a costume. So our next event will be on December 15th. We'll have a Santa, beer with the kids, hot chocolate, things like that. And if the weather is right, meaning it's not too cold or it's not raining or anything like that, we will show the Polar Express on the big screen.
Yeah.
On the big screen.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. Yeah. And our vendor said that Hocus Pocus would bring a lot of people out. He wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a crowd pleaser, I guess. A lot of folks came out before that. So that will be the final event. The Christmas event will be our final event for the year. And Brian and Mercy have already kind of begun discussions on next year when we kind of pick it up and get things moving. But I feel very encouraged by what we saw on Friday. I mean, to have basically the library and Thrive with the two out parcels, the only really functioning buildings there for the last 6 months or so, to have 150 people come out there just for trick-or-treating and for a movie is encouraging. So it'll hopefully only be augmented as other things, come into the grove, and there's more things for folks to do. And we finished our cornhole league, and that was very well received as well. But, you know, the prevailing comment amongst all those folks were, I think I heard this at least 3 times, you know, this would be a lot more fun if there was alcohol involved. I said, yes.
Usually they do those.
They are, they're going to have a brewery here, and you know, you get all the beer you want while you're tossing bean bags. So hopefully that will, that's not a euphemism, that's what you do. Throw bean bags into the water. So, you know, we were talking and talked to them for the spring to kind of open that back up and get that going. Again, when the weather's a little bit better. Sidewalk, so AT&T has, they told me they put down to work again on their pull transfer work there. I went back over today, I didn't see anybody over there, so I didn't go over there.
It was cold.
Timers?
Yes.
There was nobody out there
Yeah, so
today, on the way in and the way out, I checked,
Yeah.
and on the way back in.
Yeah. Well, we may or may not be making changes with our internet. I've not really been happy with it. But I will keep you posted on when that work is completed. Nothing new to report on the beautification sanitation. So on development zoning guidelines, we had talked about last time that there were some cleanup items that we wanted to go over in the UDO. The mayor proposed that maybe we kind of sit down and have a separate work session and go over all of those. Let me just propose something to all of you as we're looking at the calendar for the remaining part of the year. You've got Christmas, you've got Thanksgiving, you've got some challenges as far as scheduling goes. Our next meeting would be November 11th, and as it stands right now, we don't have any business on the regular meeting agenda. If that continues to hold, then what I would recommend we do is cancel the regular meeting and have an extended work session to go over the UDO comments, and we can go just next door. Have Jason have planning folks there and pull everything up on the projector and just go over questions or things there to make sure that. So assuming we don't have any regular business, does that work, you think, for you all? That'd be a good use of our
I
time.
already got on my calendar that we don't need anybody.
We have the veterans celebration from 3 to 4. Can we connect those two, or would we with people that wouldn't be able to make it? Okay,
No,
so never mind. Okay, that's what I was.
Jason, sure. All right,
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on the agenda. I mean, if something comes up, obviously, we'll have a meeting and we can do that. But if that does not happen, then we'll go ahead and proceed with that. Okay, perfect. Package sales, Chuck, anything you want to mention about that has changed since I know we just kind of had a discussion?
Yeah, no, I mean, until the appeal comes back to trial, nothing else we can do.
Okay, perfect, thanks. Briscoe Park, so just the GMC is working on the bid package for us to put that out to see where we stand there. North and Wisteria, so we talked about that, we received 13 bids, which is a good mix, and as you kind of see the range, you know, that 13 bids within from $2 million to a $2.9 million spread is, I mean, it's rare, you don't usually see. So I think that's a testament to very put together a good solid bid. It was pretty clear, you know, there as to what we expected and what we want to see there. And we met with Azimuth. I've never done business with them, neither did Larry, so we wanted to sit down with them as well to kind of just get a feel for them. And they're a newer firm, but their principals have been doing it for quite some time. So we feel good that they understand the scope of the project and would do a good job for us. So that's who we're recommending. We don't have a contract for you to sign yet. Larry's preparing that. We'll let Chuck and Joe take a look at that to make sure. But if you could just approve the bid and the contract reviewed by the attorney department can sign that, we can get them off the races there. There's still some, we're meeting tomorrow with Precision Planning that's designing the sewer line that we need to install for the bank. We're removing that septic system. We'll meet with them tomorrow to go over that and hopefully have some exhibits and things we can take to the bank of where the line will need to be and where the easements will be and that sort of thing. So that's all moving. Right-of-way acquisition's ongoing. We got a few more agreements out to folks that they're reviewing, and we're making progress on that. I just have a few more things, Robert, if you don't mind. I did not write on here, but they're related to our retreat. So originally, when GMA built their addition to their building, they built that nice new kind of meeting space that we've been in the last couple of years. And if you were a due paying member of GMA, then you got to use that space whenever you needed it. And I think the unintended consequence for GMA of offering that space without an additional fee, they just got overloaded with folks every weekend using that space. When that happens, you have to have the security guard open the space and staff there to man it, and then whoever is facilitating whatever discussion you're having has to be there. And so they've instituted kind of some policies to just curb the need for staff to be there. One of them is you have to have special approval to have back-to-back bookings for that space and back-to-back weekends that employees for GMA are working. And so I think what we'll need to do to be in compliance with that policy is to move the retreat from February 1st, that Saturday, to February 8th. Is there any conflicts for any of you on that Saturday that would like to bring to their attention? Okay. Well, then I will let GMA know this week that we'll go ahead and make that transition to the 8th. So have that on your calendar.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Saturday before.
It will be Saturday before.
It'll be plenty of time for the kickoff.
I'm certain my team will be in.
And then with that being said, well, what we have done the last couple of years, and I think is helpful, is to have our department directors do a presentation before that on what's going on in the department, status of the department, anything that's coming down the line for that year they want you to be aware of, separate from the Saturday, so that we can spend that full Saturday taking the information that we received a couple weeks ago and setting goals and plans to move forward. So with that being said, it's always good for staff if we can have a couple weeks in between in case there's follow-up data we need to get for you all or follow-up information you want there. So I was looking at either February 15th or the 22nd. Would be ideal for the 15th. So
January.
That was a test. January. Thank you. January 15th or January 22nd.
Not January 15th.
MLK.
It's MLK weekend.
No, that would be
It's a
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Does somebody have a problem with Wednesdays? I thought people had a conflict.
It's your late work night.
I mean, I can, if it's once, I can make it, figure it out.
But we could do another day.
It's not
I'm
ideal,
just
but I can.
getting the ball rolling on a discussion on what date works best. It doesn't have to be the 15th.
And that, the 15th is a Wednesday, MLK is until the
Is that-
following Monday.
Until the following,
Yeah.
okay.
We do have DDA scheduled on the 15th, I just realized, but usually that wraps by 5.
Yeah, that's usually better.
Would the next day, the Thursday, the 16th? Or is it that week, Chrissy, that's challenging for you?
Really, just the weekend with me,
Okay.
so
But you're good for the 15th?
I
Or no?
think so.
Okay.
Thursday would be a lot easier for me.
Well, that's
I can make a Wednesday work, but Thursday's a lot easier.
I mean,
Everybody good on Thursday?
Yes. So,
The 16th of
so
January.
department directors, that's the day, January the 16th is when we'll prepare for our presentations.
6:30?
In the past, I think we've done 6.
And have dinner first.
And we kind of done 6 to 8.
6 to 8, yeah.
The department directors have had about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we kind of leave 5 to 10 minutes for questions, or if you're asking questions as you're presenting, kind of give that buffer time there. Try not to overload you too much before a 8-hour planning session.
It's going to be fun. Everyone's gonna want one.
And just looking ahead on the calendar as well, so, I mean, the second meeting in December is December 23rd. I'm assuming most of you would not want to be here on December 23rd.
Correct.
I can tell you with confidence, I won't be here on the 23rd. I'll be traveling for Christmas.
Full disclosure.
Okay. So are we good?
Yeah,
are we
we're good to
go
cancel
ahead
that
and
meeting.
get that notice out?
If something more to pop up that we can't handle on the 9th, then we just wind up having to do a special call meeting. But
Did we decide anything on the end of November meeting?
that one's been canceled.
So no November
25th.
25th, I had to think about, no. So no 25th, so one meeting in November and one in December.
Which is
Tentatively.
normal, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much
Unless we have
Something
town
that's-
center
yeah.
underway or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then just the last thing I'll say on it is Mercy, Jason, and I have been in contact with Matt Helper. He's works for the county. He's kind of that county's housing expert, and not self-proclaimed. I mean, that is his responsibility with the county to understand and keep up with the trends in housing in the county. We thought it'd be good before the retreat maybe to have him come out and kind of share with what the county is seeing as far as trends in housing over the last few years and where they see it going in the future. And so we've invited him to come to the December 9th work session meeting. And, depending on, there again, if there's a lack of business for the regular meeting, we may make a call to cancel that regular meeting and have an extended work session when that can come and talk a little bit about that. But assuming we don't have that, to give enough time for him and for you to ask questions and get your questions answered, we would propose maybe going at 6 o'clock, starting at 6 o'clock and go from 6 to 7:30 and have the regular meeting. If that works for folks. I know it's December, but as staff, we think about these things to get out, notice and that sort of stuff out. And to give that a parameter of how much time, he has to share what he wants to share and that sort of thing.
Not on the 9th anyway. Wait, no, that's not close enough to Christmas. I won't be shopping yet.
That's why we canceled the 23rd meeting time.
Right.
We were thinking you.
You starting the 25th?
Warm up for the next day.
Morning of the 25th.
Stretch left.
Yeah.
But I think Mercy let most of you know about Mars, New York Metro Redevelopment Summit. The Grove is a candidate again for redevelopment of the year for a medium-sized development, which I think is 6 to 10 acres, or 5 to 10 acres, or something like that. So if you're...
Who's doing the presentation for that?
There's
There
not
is
gonna
no
be one.
presentation.
There is no presentation this year. Okay.
You just get to go and learn what's going on in different parts of the metro area for redevelopment purposes, and the third time's a charm.
Maybe so.
We'll win the award. So if you're interested in going, you haven't communicated with Mercy yet, please do, so she can get you registered.
The keynote speaker is a nationally renowned city planner, or dealing with city planning. So it's definitely worth your time to be there. Right?
Yeah, he's good.
Is it too late to?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you would just send me an email, I'll make sure I reply back to you.
My life,
Or I'm going to,
yeah, my life is changing daily. So
okay, just let me know.
might be available for a while.
Well, it's next Wednesday, so.
Well, thank you, that's all my report.
Yeah, if you can also, if you want to let me know.
All right. That ends
This Wednesday.
Question, Carrie?
Okay. I'm trying to, I feel like I have you next Wednesday and I can't take it.
So is there a motion to adjourn the work session?
I make a motion to adjourn.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? We'll see you in there at 7:30.